Welcome. I'm Kinetic Symphony. I hunt down and report on mysterious and weird true stories, from glitches to the paranormal. Case file number 21, written by user GreenyBeanie16. On her drive home from work, without understanding how, she realizes she's in an alternate reality. I have to share this story. It's been bothering me for some time now. First, a little bit of background. I usually go to work right around 2 p.m. and get out around 8:30 p.m. I always take the same route to and from work. Also, I've been working at this particular store for about 6 months. Well, one day, about a month and a half ago, I started feeling weird while I was at work. Almost like I was there, my body was there, but my mind was somewhere else. It started about 2 hours before my shift ended. I thought, okay, kind of weird, but I was taking cold medicine at the time and figured it was just that messing with my head, until my drive home. On this particular night, I got out of work a little late. My district manager came in because he had to unplug and shut down everything in the store so the city could do some kind of energy something something. I don't remember the details. I just know that if we didn't unplug everything, our crap would get fried. So I'm driving home about 20 minutes later than usual, and my anxiety starts building to the point where I feel like I'm going to have a panic attack, and the feeling of being there but not there starts to get worse. That's when I see it. As I said before, I take precisely the same route every single day, to and from work. But as I went down the road, I looked to my left and saw this big semiconductor plant, all lit up, that had never frickin' been there before. This isn't a location you can just forget or miss while passing by it. I pulled over on the side of the road, freaking the F out. I know for a fact it had never been there before, and it's really hard to miss, driving home in complete darkness with a huge lit up power plant. You didn't even have to look for it, couldn't miss it. I sat there for a minute until I had calmed down a bit, trying to reassure myself it had always been there. I just wasn't paying attention. I'm not going crazy, I probably just hadn't seen it before. A few minutes later, my boyfriend called me and asked if I could pick up some McDonald's for him. Sure, not a problem. I passed by one on the drive home. The feeling of anxiety and not being there started to fade, until I pulled into the drive-thru, ordered my food, and then a worker I had never seen before was sitting at the front window. I asked him how long he'd been working there. He said, about 2 months now. Now I'm truly freaking out. I've come to this place every single day for months at varying times throughout the day. Even weirder yet, he was the only worker there that night. I'm sure there's an explanation for that part, but it sure didn't help me feel any better after discovering a new power plant that just popped up out of nowhere about 20 minutes earlier. I proceeded to go home and have a full-blown panic attack, curled into a ball, shaking, crying, hyperventilating, the whole deal. I told my boyfriend about the power plant I'd seen, and he said, "Oh yeah, that's always been there. Have you not seen it before?" And now, every day, I look at the damn place and freak out a little bit, because I know it was never there before. Since then, I've noticed tiny little details about my life that are just slightly different, like my dog not knowing tricks she's known since she was a pup, or my boyfriend pronounces a few words differently than he did before. The only explanation that I can come up with is that I accidentally slipped into an alternate reality while on my drive home from work. Case notes, file number 21. I'll say this does feel like a textbook quantum immortality case to me. I wonder though, since you said you were feeling off while at work, but at this point presumably still in your own reality, that you said you were taking medication for a cold. Maybe somehow that cold was more severe than you thought and led to your death in the originating reality. Maybe it was more than a cold. And then by the time you went home, your consciousness had already crossed over. So in that case, it wouldn't be the drive that caused it. Everything does fit with this theory. As you described, there are many other details that are off, like your dog not remembering tricks she's always known since a pup. Your boyfriend telling you that the power plant you witnessed has always been there. That's just impossible. Like you said, there's no way you could have missed it. Not even once, especially since you drive there every single day. Well, yeah, I fully concur that you are in a new reality. There's no doubt about that. The truly interesting question for me is always what the catalyst is for the crossover. Since, to be fair, the explanation of dying from a cold is rather tenuous at best, I'll admit. But I don't know, what else could have happened? Maybe you somehow died in a car crash on the drive home? But the thing is, usually people remember what their death is. Maybe we don't always remember what our death is. I wonder what affects that or plays with that. Interesting. And that concludes our case file for the night. If you enjoyed the stories and my narration of them, then consider leaving a like and also subscribing. I upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. EST with more case files all the time. I'll see you there.